Green Day. You know? On holiday, boom, doo, doo, doo. Green Day. Yes, the punk rockers. They've been in some hot water as of late. Check this out. So they do a New Year's Eve show. Dick Clark's New Year's Eve extravaganza. Something like that, right? Dick Clark's New Year's Eve show. And they go on there and they change some of their lyrics to one of their hit songs, American Idiot. You know, don't want to be American Idiot and not be a part of your redneck agenda. You know, they're up there singing and shit. And they changed one of their lyrics to, instead of don't want to be a part of your redneck agenda, they changed it to don't want to be a part of your MAGA agenda, as in make America great again. Drill, baby, drill. Okay? Fake news. Lying. I used to call her Crooked Hillary. Now she's Beautiful Hillary. She's beautiful. I'm taking that name away. She used to be Crooked Hillary. Now she's Beautiful Hillary. All right? And we're going to give it to Crooked Joe. Crooked Joe and his Crooked Joe Biden family. He's crooked, incompetent. He can't even find his way off the stage. You know? MAGA. They're going after MAGA. Make America great again. Like, I mean, come on. Right? But anyways, here, let me read you an article. This is an article from the Huff Post. This is an article from HuffPost.com. Green Day changes key lyric to slam Trump during New Year's Eve TV broadcast. The band tweaked a line in American Idiot during Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve on ABC. Green Day tweaked one of the band's best-known songs to lash out at former President Donald Trump and his supporters during a televised New Year's Eve performance Sunday night. I'm not a part of the MAGA agenda, singer Billy Joe Armstrong belted out during American Idiot on ABC's broadcast of Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. The line changed to reference Trump's Make America Great Again slogan. Is usually, I'm part of a redneck agenda. The group has made the swap before, including during the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas in 2019, and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. I mean, you get the point. They're on Dick Clark's show, Dick Clark's New Year's Eve show, and it's Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, and instead of saying, I'm not a part of your redneck agenda, they go, I'm not a part of your MAGA agenda, make America great again. And they go on to say shit like, fuck Trump, I fucking hate Donald Trump so much. I used to scream I hated George Bush. This is one of the little different, this one is a little different. This one is bad. It's like acid gone wrong. And they're bitching and whining and bellyaching about Donald Trump. Green Day. Now, first of all, I mean, call a spade a spade. Green Day, they may be talented, very talented punk band. They're famous. Yes, they're talented. Yes, they're famous. But come on, folks. I mean, those guys are DNGs. Dork Nerd Geeks. Those guys are fucking geeks, all right? Dork Nerd Geeks, 100%. Green Day, Dork Nerd Geeks. I mean, what kind of a punk rocker hates a guy like Donald Trump? Donald Trump's about like what? Low government involvement, freedom of speech, individuality, strength in the working person, go out and do your thing, God, family, and country, leave me the fuck alone. Like, you don't get any more punk rock than that, you know? Fuck off, get out of my life, and I love God and my family. I mean, that's punk rock, is it not? Fuck off. Like, isn't punk rock all about fuck off? Get off me, get off my back, get out of my face, get out of my wallet, get out of my life, fuck off. Isn't that what punk rock is supposed to be about? No, we need to save the climate. No, we need to, make programs that siphon money from taxpayers that go to just, overspending of government on their fucking siphoning little endeavors, They go on their fucking $50 lunch breaks. They go on, they're stealing money left, right, and center from the taxpayer. Corrupt. Fake news. Fake news. I don't have to tell you. I mean, come on, it's a fucking joke. Isn't punk rock supposed to be about fuck off? I'm telling you right now, boy. Green Day, those guys, they may be talented, they may be famous, talented, famous, but they're geeks. Dork nerd geeks. DNGs. If I ever seen one, they are DNGs. Geeks. I'm telling you right now, man, if fucking Billy Joe Armstrong or Billy Bob Armstrong or whatever the fuck, if he was on my podcast, Johnathan Ramcharan, the podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and other, wherever you get your podcasts. If that Billy Bob Armstrong came on here and started talking that shit, do you want to be a part of your redneck agenda, your MAGA agenda? Dissing Trump on my fucking podcast. I'm like, Billy Bob, get your fucking guitar, get your fucking lipstick, get your eyeshadow, get your fucking nail polish, and get out, buddy. Get out. Out, 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 and stay out. I'd throw his ass out here. I'd throw him on his ear as quick as you say, Bob's your uncle. All right? Get the fuck out, Billy Bob. Billy Joe, get your fucking lip chap, get your fucking lipstick and your fucking nail polish. Get out, buddy. Out, 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 and stay out. Throw his ass on his ear. I don't care how, oh yeah, okay, so yeah, he's talented. He's a talented punk rock, well, punk, whatever. Fuck it, at this point he's pop punk. Or he's emo, he's a talented emo punk rocker. Talented emo punk rocker. Famous, but he's a geek. All right, those guys are dorks. All right, Green Day, you're fucking dorks, and you know it. All right, I ain't saying nothing new. And it pains me to say it. I'm a bass player myself. As you can see, bass player. That Mike Dirnt, I think that's how you say his name, Dirnt. I mean, he's a pretty good bass player, Mike Dirnt. Trey Cool. I mean, he's a bit of a kind of a weirdo, but he's a cool enough drummer. And even Billy Bob, even Billy Joe. I mean. He's a little, he is a little, you know what I mean? Come on. But they're talented. But I mean, hey, this is 2024. We can't fuck around anymore, man. The world's going to hell. And if you don't see that a guy like Trump is a very decent for the people person, a decent for the people person, I really don't know what you're looking at. I really don't. So let me reiterate. Green Day. Talented emo punk rockers. Talented bubble punk rockers. They're very talented bubble punk rockers. They're fucking famous, but they're geeks. DNGs. Dork nerd geeks. If I ever seen one. So fuck them. What are we even listening to them for? Yes. And if they're so punk rock, how come they didn't change their major song? Time of Your Life. If they were really punk, they would have changed the lyrics to that song. Another turning point, fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the pussy, directs you where to go. That's an obvious punk rock lyric change. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the pussy, directs you where to go. I gotta put Tic Tacs in my mouth. I just start kissing them. They're just so beautiful. I'm attracted to beautiful. I'm attracted to beautiful. I just gotta put Tic Tacs in my mouth. I just start kissing them. I went after her like a bitch. I tried to fuck her. I admit it. Couldn't make it. I went after her like a bitch. She said she wanted to go furniture shopping. I said, I'll take you furniture shopping. You can do anything you want to them, Grab 'em by the pussy. Another turning point, fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the pussy, directs you where to go. That would have obviously been the big punk rock thing to do. Come on. Do I have to rewrite your bubble punk lyrics for you, Billy Joe? And again, let me say, Donald Trump is the man. And about that whole locker room, first of all, it was locker room talk, all right? Ladies, I mean, he's handled it like a gentleman. He's grown up a lot since then. He had nothing to prove to begin with. It was locker room talk. I mean, come on. Did they ever think about what trying to crucify that man about that stupid bullshit will do to people like me? Like, I would love to meet Donald Trump one day, and I would love to hear his, like, locker room talk. Now, I'll probably never get a chance to sit down with him and hear some locker room talk. I'm like, oh, so Don, tell me what it was like. I mean, come on. Famous guy like you must have had a lot of women just throwing themselves at you because, I mean, women can lie and say whatever the hell they want, but they know at the end of the day, they're just as pathetic as men, and they'll do anything to get ahead in this world. I mean, come on, tell me. What happened? You must have had some crazy bitches after you at some point. Like, I would love to sit down and hear some Donald Trump locker room talk. That's out the window now because these crybabies can't take a fucking joke. And that fucking Billy Bush pussy, he got everything he deserved. If they had come to me, I mean, I guess this is pre-fake news era. Like, Donald Trump brought up the whole fake news thing and threw it in the face of the media. And everyone's scared to get canceled. So I guess this is pre-cancellation, pre-fake news era. But if they had come to me and said, you were laughing at Donald Trump because he said some fucking crass locker room talk, what do you have to say for yourself? All Billy Bush had to say was like, yeah, you know, Donald Trump, he was joking around. It was funny. He was a guest on our show. I was being polite. I don't know. It was funny. He was obviously joking. He laughed. I laughed. A lot of people laughed, and it was really no big deal. Yeah. I mean, he was just joking around. It was funny, so I laughed. It was offensive. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It was funny, so I laughed. What is your daughter going to say? Your daughter. I'd be like, look, honey, ain't no secret that your daddy loves pussy. How the hell do you think you got invented? Apparently, Billy Bush's daughter went crying to him. Dad, is it true? You laughed about grabbing them by the pussy? It's like, fuck, come on, honey. You know that your daddy loves pussy. I mean, for God's sakes, how do you think you got invented? I would have just said that. Locker room talk. I mean, God, come on. So now there's a whole generation of people who are scared to do locker room talk. It's not fair. Anyway, Green Day are a bunch of dork nerd geeks, DNGs.